Ladies and gentlemen, happy new month of February. Welcome to the Market Players series. And basically, what we're doing in the Market Player series, we get to interview, or rather, we get to have conversations with industry experts, industry players. We get to have their perspective on industry related issues. In this first episode, we'll get to have a chat with an HR practitioner. We want to hear the HR perspective, secrets on how to maneuver around interviews, how to succeed in an interview, and how to ensure that you land that dream job. So let's listen in. Let's get to hear from our expert who has an experience spanning around 15 plus years. So definitely she has a lot of nuggets that she'll get to share with us. Let's listen in and let's get to learn. Let's get to hear about how to respond to questions like, tell me about yourself. Why do you think you're the best suited candidate for this job? Among others. So yeah, let's listen in and let's get to learn. Enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the first guest of the Market Players series, our IHRM certified expert, Lorraine Ombita. Ladies and gentlemen, drum rolls, please. Yes. So you're welcome, Lorraine. Welcome on set.
Hi.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Lorraine Ombita.
Yeah.
I'm a human resource professional, a senior human resource professional with over 15 years of experience in various sectors. I have been privileged to work in a university, in NGO, in the medical field, in construction, and also in marketing. So that has enabled me to see how different sectors operate, their systems, their cultures, their processes, and I find that is a good blend for anyone who is seeking a role in human resource.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So welcome on set. Feel free. Basically, the reason why we call you on set, we're trying to educate our subscribers, our followers, and any other people out there who are watching our videos on different aspects of life. So in this episode, we're featuring human resource aspect, or the people development aspect. And maybe the first question that a job seeker always gets whenever they go for an interview is, tell us about yourself. So in that case, how should one answer that question, or how should one respond to that question to make them win or to make them pass the interview?
Okay, even before we talk about tell us about yourself, there are some factors that anyone who's going for a job has to have. When you're going into the interview room, you're going with the mindset that this is the job for me. So when you're walking in there, when you are sitting there, you are going and you're telling yourself, I have to get this job. This is my job. You have to set your mind on a winning streak. So what we look at on this other side, being the interviewers, is your passion. We look at your eye contact. We look at your confidence, and you have to have the technical know-how of what you are being interviewed for, and you also have to know what the company does. Those 5 things are key. If one of them is missing, it's going to be a challenge to move to the next level. Now, as you say, tell us something about yourself. Nowadays, what some of the interviewers do, and I can say I'm one of them, my first question is, tell us something that is not on your CV.
Wow.
And let me tell you, that is not an easy question to answer, because we are so scripted. We have already summarized, and it's like we have crammed that I am a team player, I work with minimum supervision, I'm analytical, I have negotiation skills. But the moment I ask you, tell me something that is not on your CV, then you're caught flat-footed. So it's important that you get to know who you are. When I tell you something that is not on your CV, you need to know your personality. You need to know your values. You need to know your strengths. What are you good at? Not in the office, outside the office. Because these are things which are not in your CV. We will, of course, go into what the CV talks about, but first you want to see what is not on the CV. So even as you have asked, tell us about yourself. When you're asking that question, that is normally the first question, but I say nowadays, it is, for me, it's the second question I normally ask.
So what is the first question?
The first question is tell us something that is not on your CV.
Oh, so that is the one that comes first.
Yes, that is what I normally ask, and I can just guide you. When I talk about that, you can tell me about your family, where do you live, what do you like doing, what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what is your greatest achievement so far, what are your values, what is your personality, how do people describe you, what are your future plans. So all those things are not on your CV, by the way. They're not. So you need to know about yourself. You need to do a self-awareness
that is really eye-opening
test.
I've never looked at it from that perspective.
It's true. Self-awareness test is important. If you do not know yourself, then it's going to be very hard to move on. So I always encourage people, do a personality test. Find out who you are. That way you'll be able to know what makes you tick. It's going to be able to help you know your strengths and areas that you need to work on. Some of the things we even talk about is your purpose. If you know yourself, you'll be able to know what is your purpose. Because most of us, we just live life, but you do not know why we are here. So there's so many things that we need to look at, even as you're talking about self-awareness. But I would like to just talk about the big question, which most of the time is the first. Tell me about yourself. When you ask, tell me about yourself, it is a summary of who you are, and it depends on what level you are. If you're an entry level, maybe just graduated a year or two ago, 5 years or 10 years, it is a summary of telling us what you can do. So when you are asked, tell me about yourself, you can give a summary of your education. After your education, you give a summary of the different sectors you have worked in, and you also give a summary of what you can do. And when you're told when you're talking about what you can do, you just don't mention a point. You have to mention the point and something about it. That way we'll be able to know that you know something. And then also, you need to tell us what are your values. Values can be about 3. What do you value in life? Are you family oriented? Are you what is this thing that you cannot compromise on? When you talk about your values, then the interviewer can tell and know that this is someone who knows where they are going. So the first question about tell us about yourself is actually a make or a break. It's the one that sets the pace for the interview.
So if I get it wrong, the interviewers get pissed off. They get turned off.
They'll get turned off, but we cannot tell you leave. We will go on with the interview, but it's sort of like, if it's not answered well, it dampens the interview.
Okay.
Yeah. You shouldn't say so much and you shouldn't say so little, but it should be a summary of your CV. And also another thing, referring to your CV is a no-no. I always say your CV is your life. You cannot refer to your life. You need to have your CV in your head.
Oh, so I should not now open the printed copy and go through
let me check. No, there's no checking. It's your life. Everyone has a unique life. Everyone has a unique plan. Everyone has a unique path. We cannot have the same path. So saying that I'm going back to my CV to refer, no. You have to have it in your mind.
I think there's something that you've mentioned, that as I'm introducing myself, I need to say what I can be able to do. So should I now base this, what I can be able to do, should I base it on the current job description, the job I'm interviewing for, or what I can be able to do in maybe what I've been able to do in my previous job?
When you are answering what you are able to do is based on the job description. Before you come for the interview, it's always important to ask for the job description. That is how you'll be able to prepare better for the interview. Sometimes when you're asked, tell me about yourself, and there was no job description that had been given, you can ask the interviewers, could you please give me a summary of what this job entails? When they give you that brief, then you can be able to answer better.
Okay, so that is question 1, the make or break question. Thank you about that. So let's now proceed to maybe the next concern. Ladies and gentlemen, makosa imefanyika, man. Yeah, we've had a challenge. So as you've noted, we've lost footage of about 30 minutes. So there are a number of questions that we asked our HR practitioner or our HR professional, and of course they've been skipped because we lost that footage. Questions like how to respond to a question like salary expectation, how to craft your CV, how to craft your cover letter, and how to respond to questions like strengths and weaknesses, why you are the best suited candidate for this job, among others. So we've lost that footage, and we'll definitely have to have another sit down with our HR practitioner so that we get to give you that as well. So don't tire, ladies and gentlemen, that will definitely come. But even as we finish this video, let's get to hear the advice that Lorraine has to job seekers and maybe her final words. So let's listen in, and please subscribe if you're yet. So back again, sorry for that hit, ladies and gentlemen. Now, final question, your advice to job seekers.
Job seekers right now, what I would advise them is, in as much as they're looking for jobs which seem to be very few, we need to think under the box, not inside the box, not outside the box. Under the box. You remove the box and look under it.
Wow.
And see ways that you can actually make that extra coin. That is why we're talking about remote jobs. That is why we're talking about innovation. You also need to know yourself better. As I said at the beginning, there's something called self-awareness. You need to find out what you're good at. What are you passionate about? When you know what you're good at, you never even, you don't even know. You might even end up doing that thing or pursuing that special strength that you have that makes you leave employment, and you end up pursuing what your strength is. Like, let me give an example. Maybe you're very good at organizing of events. You can be so good at organizing and planning events at the office such that you actually leave that employment and go and start your own company, and your company thrives so much. That is why I always say you need to be aware of yourself. You need to do a serious self-assessment so that you can know what you are good at. Wow. So even as they are looking for jobs, don't give up. Always look and keep on networking. Don't only send CVs don't keep on sending CVs. Tell people you're looking, and then your CV needs to be made in a good way. Nowadays you have all this ChatGPT. We have, I think there's one called Europass. Your CV has to look good. Your CV has to wow me such that I want to meet you. So make sure that your CV looks good. Your CV is the first thing I see before I see you. If I see errors on your CV, if I see it's too busy, I won't want to call you. If I see the errors, I won't want to call you. If I see there's some things missing, I will not want to call you. So network, make sure that there are no errors. Make sure that your CV is in your head, because your CV is your life. No two lives are the same.
Wow. What a way to close this. But before we close, I've just remembered something. When I'm applying for a job and I'm sending an email, I'm told use this as the subject of the email, maybe the job title or something. Now, how long should my body in that email be? Should I write it as if it's a cover letter? Should I just write one statement, find my resume attached herein or such? How long should that kind of bit be?
Okay, when you're told to apply for a job and they tell you do an application letter and a CV attached, it should be an application letter. Not only say, dear sir, please find attached my CV for the role advertised on WhatsApp. No, you need to write a whole letter, and that letter should be copy pasted onto the body of the email.
Oh, wow.
Unless it is stated, because there's some job adverts that state, put the application letter and CV together, and then put it on PDF, and then it should not be more than 3 pages. All those small things, they look small, but they are big. The moment you send a CV where they have said not more than 3 pages, you end up sending 4 or 5. They've already disqualified you. Right. It is very simple. That is how people keep on getting eliminated. People get eliminated. So even that letter, it has to give a summary of who you are, so that you can get yourself into the next level.
Wow. I think there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So should I apply or 5 to 10 jobs daily? Or how
As I
frequent
say,
should one apply as a job seeker?
network. Tell people that you are looking. Tell people that you are looking. Sometimes people have really applied for jobs and they never told anyone they're looking. So what I've learned is, in the past, to tell people that I am looking for this role, so that when someone has that role, they remember you. They actually remember you. Tell you know what, I saw this job. Please send your CV. I saw this job. Please send your CV. Networking is one of the best ways that you can actually get yourself into the job market. And then also, as you're saying, we are closing. I forgot to mention something. Apart from the confidence, good communication, technical know-how, and eye contact, you have to be smiling at the interview. Don't put a stone face. It is an interview. We are finding suitability. Don't put a stone face.
So even if the question is tough, you are unable to respond to it, just smile.
Smile. Wow. Smile. There's always smiling does something. Smiling does something, as opposed to when you're not smiling at all.
But today the panel is full of men and you are
smile. It is going to, a smile is infectious, then enough smiling.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so I think, no, I've kept saying final. Here is LinkedIn, and there is a tag looking for a job. There's another tag for HR people. You'll get that tag of hiring. So is it advisable for me to have that tag of looking for a job? I don't know the exact words, but there's that tag that you get people have attached to their pictures on LinkedIn. Is it advisable, or should I just keep it hidden?
LinkedIn is one of the places where employers are actually looking for people nowadays. So apart from just sending your CV, make sure that your LinkedIn profile is well updated. Make sure that it is impressive. And it's normally said that a photo is 1,000 words. Make sure that you have put a very good photo. Yes, a photo says something. Make sure you put a professional photo where you are smiling.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So, thank you so much for this. You've shared a lot of gems, and I believe that my viewers will really get to learn much from this, and it will help us get jobs at the end of the day. We're looking forward to a very successful 2025 and beyond, because of course this video will be watched years and years from now. So it has been a learning opportunity for me, and I believe that my viewers have also got to learn. So thank you so much, and we hope to host you again next time in case our viewers get to have other questions.
Thank you so much. I am very, very open, and I'm at your service. Anytime you need any help, I'll be there for you.
Thank you so much. Bye bye, guys. Thanks for watching.